Record. All right. Welcome back, YouTube people. Welcome back, my Discord family. I'm glad everybody stopped by to say hi and see what we got going today. This is for trading purposes, it's not financial advice. If you need financial advice, please go see a financial planner. This is just for trading. So, hey guys, we took a nasty gold trade yesterday. I will admit that I called a little bit of an early of an entry because I put a limit in. I didn't know if the market would just whip and go. But if you've been trading with me for a while, I know that Fausto ended up catching a sniper entry, a better entry than I had. And to be honest with you, I had two different brokers. And so I caught one entry on one broker. I caught the better entry on the broker, another broker, blah, blah. But go back and look at that video and how we caught that entry right on the 61.8, which is right here, the extension, which is also the 88.6. Now, I was originally playing it for off the 78.6 around the 250 area, but guess what? It was a little bit early, but it's no big deal, guys, because we still have a zone. This is what I was trying to tell people in the chats. We still have a zone, and look where the price went. It went just to the top of our zone. It doesn't mean we missed the trade. It doesn't mean, unfortunately, I know some people hit stop loss. It's still in our zone. Calm down, people. We have a stop loss way up here for a reason. Okay. If this stop loss is too much or you're not able to put your stop loss way up here, it's because you're over leveraged, under under leveraged. Like
Birthday is October
take
20th.
take some
And when it drops,
take a little bit off. Take a little bit off, right? You don't need to go crazy with the leverage at that point. So, anyways, it's just inside of our zone, people. We're all good. But the 88.6 and the 61.8, as you can see, almost touched to the pip perfect. I mean, that from there to there, I mean, it's probably one pip. Okay. So again, we're calling out trades with one pip drawdown. I mean, come on, people. So hopefully we can keep this momentum going. I love it. Everything seems to make sense, right, guys? Everything that we're doing in these crazy call outs and these crazy entries we're having makes sense because we're waiting for our setup. We're using the fibs for confirmation. We use the RSI for confirmation. And once we see it, we have the confidence to pull the trigger. And that's the most important part, right? So how did we get there? Top to bottom fib 88.6. Like I told you, this broke. I was looking at the smaller fibs because if you build top to bottom fib here, you've got some, coming down, whatever you could have caught. But I saw this fib here. And for me, this is like a whole new move. Okay. You have this area. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I just want to go over it. You have this area, which is like one move. And then when you had this strong sell off, to me, this kind of like started a whole nother move right here. Is in my brain, it just looks like two different sections, right? So I was playing off of this section here. That's what I was playing off of. Okay. Again, these fibs, in a way, they're very structured on how you should start building your fibs. But once you've got the higher time frame structure put together, you can come into these smaller moves and start building fibs in other areas and see where they start to line up. And if you have several of them start to line up, then you have an area of interest. If that area of interest then is confirmed with an oversold or overbought on the RSI, and it starts to do some other things, then now you have more confidence to enter these trades. So know that on like a higher time, a 4 hour or 8 hour, yeah, you kind of want to stick to the rules of building my fibs. If you don't know that, go watch my fib video. It's bomb, and that'll help you get started. And then you can come into these smaller time frames and start saucing it up. And so that's what I did. Top to bottom of that fib, the 88, the 68, 61.8 extension is right there. Now that's pretty much where I stopped. Okay, I mean you could have said there's another fib in here somewhere, and just son of a bitch. Look at that 27 extension lines up. I mean, is this coincidence? Some people who don't know, and the haters, and the people who out there who don't trade like this are gonna say that's coincidence. That's just fucking dumb luck. Okay, you be the judge. How many times have we done this? Okay, so for all those people out there who said, "Oh, it's flying," yeah, it's flying to our fucking entry zone and to our TPs. That's where it's flying to, by the way. Bingo. Look, if you missed this, I mean, look, guys, top to bottom, it gave us a 61.8 retracement. If you even did this fib, okay, it gave us a 61.8, perfect 61.8. If you missed that one, you could have done this one, and there's another 61.8. Or you could have moved this fib to here, okay? What's our magic number on gold? 78.6. You missed it by a half a pip entry right there. But again, maybe you saw on a lower time frame that was oversold and divergent. And you could have taken that trade. This one comes down 61.8. I mean, you could just keep drawing these over and over and over again. And where is this one at? This one from here, top to bottom, 70, 88.6. All right. And then you could have had all those buying up. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about. We want bigger moves. We don't want all the moves. We just want the best moves. And for me, we were waiting all week long for this liquidity to get broken. We did not want to take buys in this area because we're too close to the sun. All right. We didn't know if this is going to come up here and reject again and slam down like some people were calling, or we didn't know if it was just going to pop off. So this is our no trade area. We didn't really care what happened, in this area. Okay. We're not interested in that because it's 50-50. It's gambling at that point. We want to see this liquidity get taken, come back up, find a fib level, and then we could target liquidity. So, guys, where is liquidity? Well, for all the trendline people, there it is. Okay. And you ask myself, okay, well, where's liquidity? It is below this, here, here, here. So really, in reality, now that since we're liquidity hunters, we want to see liquidity get taken before we go in the opposite direction. This sell that we sniped up here should come all the way down and clear out all this. And perhaps it finds support here. Perhaps it finds support here. But guess what? We're fib traders. Where's the fibs? Right here. So we're hoping this comes all the way down to here. So we're going to sit on our hands and let this thing sell off. Hopefully you have some runners off that 200 punt gap we already hit, and we'll be looking to buy down here. What are we not looking to do? We are not looking to trade in this area because we're already in sales and we have no idea. So let's structure support our form. Let's structure form, and then we can go from there. But for now, we're in sales. Okay. So we're done. Let's just sit back and chill. All right. I did leave a runner here on my bigger account. As I told you guys, I was out of the boat yesterday. I was fishing. I had that drop. I took my money. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm gonna go fishing. I don't even care anymore. And again, that's 200. That's a cool, easy breezy 230 pips. Whatever, 200 pips. That's how we caught the entry. That's the trade, and that's what we're doing from now on. So on Goldie, we're not messing around. We're gonna just let this thing go and sell. If you're not in a gold trade, I don't know what to tell you. Perhaps you can try to get risky and see if you can find some sort of entry uh like this. All right. But really, in reality, if you play the way that we play, you want to see some sort of consolidation. All right. And then you want to see a pop up here to the 78 or the 886 and then smash it down. Okay. You want to see this liquidity getting built. Okay. Because if the price stalls out, this is what I'm trying to teach you guys. If the price stalls out and it can't go any lower, it needs more liquidity to go lower. It needs more fuel to drive the train. Okay. So how's it going to get that fuel? It's going to consolidate, which is going to go sideways. It's going to build up orders, and then it's going to screw everyone who thought that they were selling and they were champions. And it's going to come up here to the fib zone and take all of that liquidity. That will give enough power to come down to here. And again, maybe it doesn't have enough power to get all the way down. So what's it going to do? It's going to do one of these, going to screw people over, hit our fib zone again, and then come down. All right. That's the way the market moves. What is this? Sideways consolidation. What did it do? Come down, screw all the people who are buying here. It gives it enough liquidity. It found a fib zone, and what did it do? Took out all the top liquidity. Okay. Consolidation. Screw you, early buyers. Now we're gone. It just makes sense, right? Makes sense. So let's just watch it do the exact same
Good
thing again.
morning.
Good morning. Let's just watch it do the same thing again. And that is like the sauce. That's the market, the way it works. And then, if you're a trend line guy, oh, touch, touch, touch. Okay, it's just one more confirmation. If you're selling, I feel sorry for all the people who are just now starting to sell, or perhaps they sold here. I guess technically now they are in break even, but we got the entry up here. All good. All right, let's look at NASDAQ. As Mr. Fausto was saying earlier, he caught that entry. For some reason, my broker, their fibs are a little bit off. I put my fib and my entry just above the 88.6 and has not gotten an entry. And my trading view does. Hey, it's no big deal. It is what it is. But so how are we finding this entry? Same thing, fib top to bottom. Okay, actually, let's come out just a hair. Let's go to 2 hour. All right, where's the bigger fib? Okay, here, because this is where the market took off and broke. This is consolidation, right? This is a come down. So I just said it. I'm going to say it again. Guys, write this in your book. What is the market going to do? The market is going to consolidate, going to build liquidity. It's going to build up orders. Then it's going to shoot down this wick, and this wick is liquidity. It's going to shoot down and screw these people out of their trades who are selling, these sellers, or excuse me, the buyers, these buyers. It's going to shoot down, knock them out of their trades. It's going to find an area of support, real support. This is not real support. This is liquidity. We don't always go after the first ones. We look towards at least the second or third one to find the real swing. Screwed all these people out, and then what to do? Shot off, because this is building liquidity, building orders. Screw you, I'm gone. And that's exactly what it did. Boom, boom. So we started a big fib from this area right here, from this low. Okay. That's our big fib. As you can see, it's 50% is right there. Right? You see the fib top to bottom? 50% right there. I'll delete it for now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it up there. And I'm just going to lock it. It's already locked. Oh, the other one needs to be locked. This one. Lock it. 50%. So now we know where that number comes from. So when we come to smaller time frames, you guys can see it. Okay. 50%. Now, where's the next little block? Here's this little block, and then it shot off. Okay. There are people who are trapped right here. That's called a trap. There are sellers who thought that this was the fake out and who started pushing the market down. Well, they're trapped in their trades. So this market needs to come down and relieve these bankers of those trades. And if you draw a horizontal line, we'll put the little magnet on to make sure it's perfect. At the bottom of this, right there, guess where it hit, guys? It hit where those sellers are trapped, right in the middle of it to relieve them of their trades. And then guess what it did? It pushed off. So, am I claiming that this is a super duper entry and this is the swing entry? I don't know yet. Okay. But I do know that this is an area of interest. Not only does our fibs line up with it, but the sellers here line up with it. And guess what? The market touched it perfectly. This could be the area. What else? Our RSI is oversold from here. So now we have divergence, right? Price is getting lower. At the same time, the RSI is getting weaker. So this is telling us we need to enter the market. Unfortunately, I did not get wicked in. Fausto did. Congratulations, my man. You probably caught a hell of an entry. All right, smaller time frames. As you can continue to see, we had divergent, right? I like to see a third touch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 on the oversold. Third one is usually where I like to enter. This is on the 15-minute. You guys know a lot of times I like to go to either the smaller time frames on like the 3-minute. But if it's so clean, if it's so clean on the 15, I mean, do we need to chop it up anymore? So, anyways, there's your third touch. RSI, enter, oversold on the higher time frames. You get the picture. Okay. And hopefully, buddy, that was your entry. It hasn't. So I kind of hesitate to see if it's broken internal structure for like the real. This is what I would be considered then the structure. Um, so it hasn't really broke internal structure, but on the other hand, it kind of did right here. So that would be probably like a cleaner BOS, like a break of structure. This would probably be like a cleaner change of character because it hasn't really, really, really broke, but it kind of has. So I would probably just mark that as a change of character. And if it comes up here, then it would probably be a break of structure. We're not, I don't think we're quite there yet. Okay, so we're excuse me, we're a little on the early side, but it's all good. I mean, I think your entry, if you caught that 88.6, is I think that's the entry. Unfortunately, I missed it by a pip or two. I had a limit there, and I was not manually watching it. So on Nasdaq, the only really way to get into this trade, and if you see, so what do we say, right? We want liquidity to be taken first. So what is this doing, guys? It's collecting orders. Okay. So what do we want to see happen? Maybe at market open or some sort of news later on. Let's see if we can get a wick down to clear out this low and find this as support, and then we're gone. So if you haven't got in, let's fib this wherever the top may be. And let's just say for now, this is the top. I mean, it could go higher. We don't know. We can't predict the future, but wherever the top may be, find out your zone right here. Okay. And this is going to be our entry, probably the 78,886. Nas likes the 886. That way, all these people who caught this down here, they'll break even. They'll take them out of their trades. Maybe give us a little bit wick down. So, you have your trade set up properly. If you go by the strategy, our stop loss is right there. Okay, which is super small. I don't even know how many pips that is. So on this one, 34 pips. Okay, guys, 34 pips. Hopefully, we can catch that. Fausto, I would not protect too early if I were you, because if you're in this area, it's probably going to come down and double you out and break even. I mean, if you want, do what you. I'm not going to tell you how to manage your trade, but if it was for me, I would probably not protect so early. But that's up to you. If it breaks this low, right? If it breaks this, I mean, maybe on your stop loss instead of 34 pips, maybe you want to give it like 40, just a little bit extra because we're so snipey in here. But if it breaks this, let's review. If it breaks it, where's it going? Okay. This is the structure here that we're playing off of. This trap candle, this trap area. Where's it going? Man, I mean, the next area is this trap candle. All right. And so you're not going to put your stop loss if you catch a snipe entry right here, and your stop loss by the strategy should be right there, right? Let me just zoom in a little bit. You're sure the hell not going to put your stop loss down here. So maybe you give yourself a couple extra pips leeway in there in case, see if it wants to dig a little bit deeper into this order block right here. But I mean, honestly, you could just put it just a couple pips below that order block if you really wanted to be safe. Because if it breaks that, then it's coming way down here somewhere. Uh, and then, we lost the trade. So we're seeing if we can catch a super sniper entry, but just know that there's definitely more room. This is a little risky. There's more room to come down. So maybe you take this entry, you give it a little bit larger of a stop loss below that swing block, and you don't just take a full position. Maybe take a half position or something and see. And if you end up catching pips, then you catch pips, right? Manage your risk accordingly. This one is a little on the riskier side because we still have all this liquidity down here that the market could come and get you. So play that how you may, or just go for a fucking bring your baseball bat out and just try to hit a home run and just put your stop loss right there. You could triple up your account in a day. Who knows? But the theory is there. The thinking is there. It's got liquidity. It already cleared out the liquidity that was here. It's dipping down, finding a fib zone, finding the order block, and then hopefully it'll pop off. That's what we're going for. And there's only one thing to do is put a bet in and try and put a trade in. All right, guys. US 30. We've been calling out this trade for a couple days now. Right. So it broke here January 24th. We've been waiting for it since it broke. Guess what? It broke. And guess what? It came back down to our blue line that we've had there for days. Okay. We've had it there for days. And what did it do? I'm not going to predict and say that's the banger baller entry. I see something in the chat. Give me 1 second. Let me delete this real quick. Let's get rid of that. Okay. What's the chat say? Yeah, under leverage. I was announced once, twice in the DAX, all in profit. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, we're in profit, bro. It's a good job, dude. Uh, so the theory plays out. Okay. The thinking, the strategy plays out. Here's the order block, which sets up liquidity. We don't want to enter at liquidity. We want to enter below it. So guess what? Price smashed the liquidity when it broke the trend line, or actually before then. Okay. Now this is the order block here that it's finding some support in. This was not the real swing low because we don't go after that one. We always go after the next one back. Okay. Because that first one is liquidity. And that's the entry, dude. I mean, it popped off and gave us a retest. It's oversold here. Now it's low. Dude, that's the entry right now. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to tell y'all what to do, but you know what I'm doing. Okay, let me minimize all this shit. Yeah, dude. Let's do that now. Up there, down there. See, I already had the fibs up, dude. They're already up on my screen. So how much am I risking? That's a little bit less than a 0.5%. Let me fire one more. Let me give it 1 second so they won't be so stacked on top of each other. Okay, I fired my second. Okay, so there's a full entry. All right, I'm risking approximately 1.5% on that. And one of the TPs is at the swing high. Okay, so check this out. So bam entry, one TP is right here. My stop loss is obviously where my other stop loss is always at, right there. And then I didn't put a TP on the second entry. So I'll look for a double top and then the second TP will be up here in the extension area. Okay. So let's look at why I pulled the trigger on that. Again, this is just for training. Okay. Uh, we have momentum going up. Okay. We have the order block here get broken. Then we do have a hell of a strong order block here, but it showed resistance right there, and it's oversold, and it's our fib. Okay, guys. What happened? Oversold, divergent. We come down to a smaller time frame. Oversold. Um, one, two, three taps. It's not perfectly like up and down like we'd like to see. It's kind of like a level, but this one is lower, and this one, and these two are basically like a double bottom right there. But bang, bang, bang. It's a for me, honestly, it's not that risky because we're on the 88.6. So if we're on the 88.6, you're risking 100 pips. It is what it is. Again, I'm not over leveraging. I put in about 1.5%. Um, and dude, what fucking chart? The 1 hour. Look at the 1 hour. Let's look at the 1 hour. How does that 1 hour candle look to you guys? What does that 1 hour candle look like? It looks good to me, right? I'm gonna delete this because we already know where the entry is. Look at that wick down and push off, man. Come on. News just came out, right? I'm not sure if news came out or not, to be honest with you. I didn't really look at it. Okay, so this is a screenshot of the gold trade that we took yesterday for everyone who's paying attention. I maybe didn't snipe an entry like my boy Fausto did, but dude, come on. Look at that. Yank. And I close it down here. Okay, guys. Okay, yeah, so news. Look, 7:30. So news just came out. And I don't really give a shit if it's positive or negative or whatever. I don't really care. I just want to know that that's the time period that it came out. Okay. And then hopefully this will pop off. So the news, they use the news. Everyone says they use the news to manipulate the market and this and this. Okay. Perhaps that's true. And they use the news to move the market to where they want. That way they can buy and sell. We are hopefully ahead of the game because we are looking at the fibs and we know where the market needs to go based off the fibs and off liquidity. So when they say, oh my God, it fucking went 200 points, we're already ahead of it and saying, yeah, no shit. It went straight 200 points to our entry. Thank you. Buzzing. We're off to the fucking moon. Or some people say we're flying. That's my new theme for the way, but anybody who wants to know. So yeah, we'll be flying, bro. All right. So there's a dirty 30 entry. What did Nasty Nas do? Nasty Nas is still look, dude. That dude, Nas Fausto, that was probably the super duper entry. I hope it
Yo,
holds
what's
for
up,
you.
Nick?
What up, big dog?
How you doing, man?
Man,
Sorry,
we're
sorry for
up here
coming.
chopping it up, baby.
Sorry for coming so late, man. I was driving to work.
Man, we just took an entry on dirty 30, bro.
Oh, for real, man. I just closed out my entries on GJ.
Oh
So,
yeah, we in profit. Let's look at GJ real quick. Yeah, we smashing that.
oh, did y'all took the buy on GJ or the sell?
Oh, we've been sales for about a week.
Oh, y'all took the sell up there. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Oh, you know where
I
we're
took that
at.
sell down and I closed out right before the pullback.
We entered this sell approximately right there at 188 and a half, somewhere in that
Oh
area.
wow.
So yeah, we on that GJ. And again, our target for GJ, for everyone who's listening, I did deleted our entry, but our target for GJ is at least down here. So I mean, we're halfway there. All right, so that GJ is printing money for us right now for all the people who was in that GJ trade with us. All right, so Nasi Nas did not give us an entry, or did from my boy Fausto. Hopefully, if you guys trade with me, y'all know that yesterday we looked this up and we said it was in this zone. Guess what? It hit the zone and it's pushing off like we anticipated. So congratulations to everybody who's in that Nasi Nas trade. We just popped an entry on Dirty 30 and it looks like it's probably right about break even for us now. No big deal. We're hoping this holds. And, basically it's just giving us a double bottom off this, which is cool because we trade double bottoms, right, people? What's the magical? What's this? A W? Okay. We're good to go. We're not stressing. And dirty there on the gold, we're already in a sell. And for anyone who's not in the sell, perhaps this is an opportunity to get another re-entry. Um, you could try that. You could try this fib top to bottom. See if it'll give you your 78.6. All right, guys, look, 78.6 is coming up and it's coming up on oversold. So if you're not already in gold sales and you maybe closed out or did whatever, this could possibly be another entry coming up real quick in the next, little bit. Because in theory, if this comes off and then continues to sell down, which we think it will, that should hopefully make the indices buy up, which we're in that position too. All right. Does anybody have any questions on any of this sauce we're throwing out here? I want to say also too, thanks Mike, thanks Shireen, thanks Dee, Fausto, Sam, Colton, Matt, and Chris. We got 10 minutes left in the Zoom for it cuts us off. Thank all y'all very much for joining in. Thank the YouTube people for coming in. If you haven't, please like, please subscribe. That's how we're building the channel. I'm doing this pro bono. I'm not asking for nothing. I'm not asking for no signals. I'm not asking for nothing. We're just doing this. And if this hits, YouTube will pay me if I get enough of this going on. So, that's why I'm doing this for y'all. Anybody have any questions? Y'all can unmute yourself and holler at your boy. All right. Okay. Well, we caught it into today.
Nick.
Yes, no problem, my brother. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate y'all stopping by. If y'all have any questions, y'all know y'all can reach me in the DMs. Hit me up on YouTube if you have any questions. And then maybe I'll make another video if y'all have anything specific y'all don't quite understand. Maybe I'll break it down a little bit extra for y'all. But that's where we're at. NASDAQ, we probably already missed our entry, but some of y'all probably caught it if y'all are good. Do us 30. We just took an entry on Goldie. We might have a chance to re-enter if it rejects this 78.6. But it looked like it might just reject this 61.8, which is also the trend line. So it might be rejecting here. I'm not entering there. I'm gonna wait for it to give me a better entry. But there's some people out here who are risky, under leveraged. That way you have room for a higher stop loss. And if you want to go ahead, go ahead. All right, y'all. I'm out. Congratulations to Colton. I like that message, bro. Thank y'all very much. And yeah, peace.